Archies of Chaos, your Kid Rose Chaos Gaming, and we're doing another Cloud Legacy, Cloud Strife Legacy. We're playing Ehrgiez. What Ehrgiez is a Tekken-based fighting game that once Namco had, but Square Enix bought the rights to put their own characters in the arcade machine. Now, the only 3 characters that were available for Final Fantasy VII was Cloud, Tifa, and Sephiroth. The others were on the PS1 copy, and we're just echo fighters of some of the original characters here. So what I'm going to do is play every single Final Fantasy VII character, starting with Cloud, of course, because this is still a Cloud Legacy. Well, this is Final Fantasy VII Legacy anyways, since Rebirth's coming out. So this is something I wish they would put on the PSN for PlayStation 5. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm have to use my phone because I don't have no capture cards or anything that's going to be able to record this. And there's no Switch version or any other version. This is one of those games that I wish they could do something about that, but they don't. So just bear with me right there. We're going to start with Cloud. I'm not going to even change costumes. It's just going to be start off with a basic ass Cloud. Just Cloud. So let's get started. I haven't played in a long time, but I used to be really good at this. When I found out about this game, and it was on the wiki, I had to pick it up. This is where my love for Final Fantasy VII anything was a huge thing. Again, I have not played this in a long time, as you see. So I'm kind of bad at it right now. One thing about Rebirth I want actually, that I hope they put, is the backstory to VIII and Nero. I think somewhat VIII and Nero are more interesting characters than Sephiroth to learn about, because there's already some stuff about Sephiroth. Even before Ever Crisis, Crisis Core was the game you want to play if you want to know a little bit about Sephiroth as well. So really, we don't need no more Sephiroth backstories. We need more compilation character backstories. Besides, like, the normal party. I would even say even more than Vincent, to be honest. You know, just because it's like the same thing with Genesis. I think Genesis was a more compelling villain than, you know, not compelling villain, sorry, but it's like his story. I mean, his story was interesting because it was something different. You know, I love Sephiroth for every fiber of everything. But it's like how it is with Batman movies, where I don't think any Batman movies need to have the Joker to be good. I think Final Fantasy VII can be good without a Cloud or Sephiroth. That's why I also like Dirge of Cerberus. You know, and I think people hated that because people can't get outside the nostalgic comfort zone. If you want to play original Final Fantasy VII, play original Final Fantasy VII. It's still there. It still exists. In fact, you get the PC version now. And now, if you got a gaming PC, you get the modded version that has graphics that looks like this, and you can play it. The new threat mod is actually just Final Fantasy VII remake, frame by frame. Just has some different story stuff to it, but it's still Final Fantasy VII at its core, with the text box gameplay and everything. I think I'm only gonna pick 4 characters because I'm only allowed 15 minutes, so I can only do 4. I can only do like 4 characters at a time. This might not get an intro or outro because again, I have no capture cards to play this. My cousin's the one who has the capture cards for PlayStation 2, and he has a gaming laptop that, you know. You see me stream Dirge of Cerberus on Game Over's profile before. Long time ago. For a long time watchers of me, of course. When I was at the place he used to live at. And it sort of went through me. Yeah, don't get me wrong, that sword animation's cool. I think I just picked like 3 characters, so I'm probably gonna play the ones I have on my thumbnail. Cloud, Sephiroth, and Vincent. I gotta play Vincent because Vincent's my favorite character. I base knowing my channel off of it, but you know, even my stage name, Devin Valentine, it comes from Vincent. In fact, my first tattoo is gonna be Vincent and a rosary form right on my arm. That's gonna start my sleeve. And yeah, I'm gonna stream that. I know I'm gonna stream that when that happens. I'm gonna put that in the universe. I will get the Vincent Valentine rosary tattoo I want. But I based my entire, you know, I based my username and my game channel and, you know, and stuff. So you know. You know. I have a little bit of time I play Zack, which Zack's just a palette swap of Cloud. Because he's a secret character. He was never supposed to be in even the PlayStation version of Ehrgiez. But they found some way to do it. On the PlayStation version. It's like, thank you for waiting a year to take this off the arcade, rip it with the right audio and everything. Because this was an arcade first. This is an experiment by Bandai Namco. Because they wanted to... Bandai Namco, before Square Enix bought the rights, they wanted to experiment with other fighting games besides Tekken. I mean, don't get me wrong, Tekken was a success, but I understand. This is the market of the 90s fighting game era, where everybody and their mom had a fighting game. You had Star Wars Masters of Terrakasi, you know. I think at that time you had the Sonic fighting game. You were Sonic Battle. Everybody had a fighting game. And not to mention, Super Smash, the first one came out on N64. So I think that's when the, like, because Bandai, I think it was Namco at the time, because Bandai didn't own them yet, but it was Namco was saying, like, you know what? They got all these cool Nintendo characters. We need to have some cool mascots in our game. And that's where, you know, Square Enix was like, you know what? I know Final Fantasy VII came out a year before, but it's such a good game already. Let's put our characters in this. And then they got the rights, and then the publishing rights became Square Enix. Because Square Enix never had a fighting game on their own before. They wanted to have everything back in the 90s. You know, there was Musashi, which wasn't a fighting game. It was like an adventure game. There was Tenchu and stuff like that. Square Enix made a lot of games. But they didn't have a fighting game under their belt, so once Namco gave up the publishing rights, Ehrgiez became a Square Enix property. Well, Squaresoft at the time. I wonder if they still have the rights, because if they do, they could actually release, I'm going to lose this one on purpose. Like I said, I was going to play every fighter. Okay, that's how you get the exit. Yeah, I gotta play every character. Now, Sephiroth's tech is very hard in this game. He's not as good as he is in Smash in this. Don't get this confused. He's slow, but he's a tank character. He's a tank character. See how much damage I'm doing? Slow, but he does a lot of damage. He's a tanker. He's a tank. You get his Executioner outfit in this game too. The one he fights Cloud in the final battle of Final Fantasy VII. I'm still gonna get on to playing original Final Fantasy VII. I got a few clips already stored up for episode 1 of Final Fantasy VII. But for Final Fantasy VII original, I'm only taking important stuff. Or notable stuff. If you want to see me play the rest of Final Fantasy VII, you have to go straight to... You're going to have to go straight to my stream playlist when I played in 2015. This is just to promote Rebirth because I'm excited to get Rebirth, and you know, why not celebrate by having all of the games that features our favorite Final Fantasy boys ever. Well, girl too, because Tifa's a favorite too. I think it's because of cosplayers. You got like Roliat, and streamers cosplaying that Aerith. And Luxord cosplay and people like that. I think once like influencers started cosplaying Tifa, Tifa became like the biggest thing. I mean, hell, that's what started the whole thing in Italy with the press conference and, well, let's just say Senator Tifa with her only friends content was on the speakers. Oh, no, on the screen. That's gotta be funny. So you're talking about some serious political stuff, and then some troll hacks into your Zoom call and puts, you know, adult content on it. And it's just anime adult content. I'll be honest, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I don't want to hit too much to the 50 minute. And I want to get Zach in here. I want to get the secret character because that's one of the most important things. So, we'll play Vincent. I won't get to play my boy very much, but I already did one about my boy anyways. I got a full arcade playthrough with my boy Vincent. So, I got it. He's just a martial artist in range. Vince's tech is a zone tech. He's a zoner. He's like Arrow from Injustice. His best moves are his gun stuff, but he does have a close combat. And fun fact, this is where they got Vincent's kick moves from in Dirge Cerberus. This is where they implemented those moves in Dirge Cerberus. If Vincent ever runs out of bullets in Dirge Cerberus, you could just do melee, you know, martial arts kicks. That's what they got straight from this game. This was an inspiration, 100%. Now, all right, how much do I got left? All right, one more match with Vincent. Then I'll whip out the secret character. But Vincent's a ranged zone character. His shooting is a lot better than anything else. But you want to zone Joe. If Joe turns into a tiger form, that's bad. You don't want that. You don't want that. And not even in a tiger form yet. Alright. Sorry, my boy. As much as I like to play you a little bit more, I gotta move on to the secret character. I gotta go on to the sauce. Okay, let's get to the sauce. Now you have to play all the Final Fantasy characters to earn Zack. It's very hard. And you have to beat it in all arcade mode. He's very hard. Oh, this is the classic long hair one that he had, which they combined it in Chris's Core Reunion and Remake. You just gotta take a good look at it. But Zack's just he's just a stronger palette swap. Like, he does more damage than Cloud does. He's just a stronger palette swap of Cloud. That's what his tech is. Just think about Cloud that can hit harder. And it makes sense, he's a secret character. You weren't really supposed to get him. But if you manage to do it, then you could just solo arcade mode pretty easy. He's one of the strong. He's actually the strongest. I'd say he's the most meta character in Ehrgiez. Because he's just Cloud, but a lot stronger. Alright, I think I'm about done right here. May the crystal bless y'all.